It was a warm afternoon, and the house was unusually lively for a weekday. A woman, feeling bold and a little too adventurous for her own good, had invited her lover over while her husband was at work. They were just settling into their illicit rendezvous when an unexpected twist entered the scene. Her 9-year-old son came home early from school. The boy, ever the curious one, sensed something unusual. Quietly, he followed the muffled sounds coming from his mother's room. Peeking through the door, he spotted a man who wasn't his dad. Knowing he'd stumbled upon something juicy, he slipped into the bedroom cupboard, his favorite hideout, to observe unnoticed. Before anyone could react, the sound of the front door creaking open sent the woman into a panic. Her husband was home early. Thinking fast, she shoved her lover into the same cupboard where her son was hiding. Inside the cramped space, the lover was trying to steady his breath when a small voice whispered, "Dark in here." The man nearly jumped out of his skin. "Yes, it is," he replied nervously. The boy, ever the entrepreneur, saw an opportunity. "I have a soccer ball. Want to buy it?" The man blinked in disbelief. "No, thanks." The boy didn't skip a beat. "My dad's outside. If you don't buy it, I'll call him." Faced with no good options, the man relented. "Fine. How much?" 2,000 naira, the boy said confidently. Grumbling, the man handed over the cash, thinking this was a one-time ordeal. But fate had other plans. A few weeks later, the lover found himself back in the same cupboard. And, of course, the boy was there too. "Dark in here," the boy began cheerfully. "Yes, it is," the man replied with a defeated sigh. "I have soccer boots," the boy offered, his tone sly. The man, remembering the previous incident, cut to the chase. "How much?" 5,000 naira. The lover groaned, but he wasn't about to risk another scene. "Fine. Just take it." Satisfied, the boy pocketed the money, leaving the man to stew in his misery. A few days later, the boy's father decided it was time for some bonding. "Son," he said warmly, "grab your soccer ball and boots. Let's play outside." The boy hesitated, his face a mix of guilt and pride. "I can't, Dad. I sold them for 7,000 naira. His father's jaw dropped. "What? 7,000? That's outrageous. You can't overcharge your friends like that. We're going to church. Time to confess your sins." At the church, the father guided his son into the confession booth. "Tell the priest everything," he instructed, closing the door firmly. Inside, the boy sat in the dimly lit booth, feeling the weight of silence. Then he said, "Dark in here." The priest froze, immediately recognizing the phrase. He let out a weary sigh. "Oh no, not this nonsense again. This is my church, not your father's house." And so, the boy's entrepreneurial streak came to a screeching halt, leaving everyone, including the priest, both baffled and begrudgingly impressed. The boy exits the confession booth, looking smug, while his father looks confused, and the priest rubs his temples in frustration. The end. If you like our stories, click subscribe to get updates on new stories.